Yo guys, what is up? So today I want to speak on what I think is the number one most important thing in life when it comes to being creative, getting paid, whatever way you want to look at it, right? Is being an independent and free thinker. Now the inspiration behind this video is the niche that I'm in is working with creators, scaling creators, personal brands, monetizing their audience, growth operating, info product growth agency, whatever you want to call it, right? And what I see is everyone doing the exact same thing. I think because this type of business model, right, relies so heavy on being able to sign a creator as the hardest thing. And then most people who start this business model are actually beginners in business. Like, I find it crazy that the first thing that people think they can do is be a growth operator. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it, right? But for you, the naivety for you to think that as someone who's still working a 9 to 5, that you're just gonna be able to jump in, watch a couple of YouTube videos, copy the exact same thing someone else has done, and then just scale up a creator and do the exact same thing that he's done when 50,000 people have watched that video and are doing that as well is insane to me. Now, I'm not saying it can't work, and I'm not saying that those videos aren't valuable, but the real finesse, the real success is going to be in you being an independent and free thinker and being able to add your own little touch onto it. Think of any person in life who's ever had a monumental amount of success. Whether they had a mentor or they had inspiration or they had help, they always managed to tweak something and put their own sort of special touch on it, and that special touch is what led them to success. So when you're watching these videos, right, or you're trying to do your research or finding the next thing that you can do in life, or maybe you're already successful and you're looking for how you become even more successful, the answers are within, okay? God's giving you this brain, or whatever you want to call it. I call it God. God has given you this brain. God has given you these beautiful thoughts that you have day in, day out, and you're not utilizing them. Instead, you're just being a bot and trying to copy what everyone else is doing. And that is just a surefire way to make sure that you don't succeed. The amount of people that I see in my industry and my niche copying the exact same thing what people do is crazy. And I only really got exposed to it, right, when I actually started signing creators and working with them, because I'd see their DMs and I'd see that every single person is sending the same sort of outreach message with the same sort of offer, doing the same thing with the same promises in the same way, and they have the same shitty profile and the same shitty bio and the same shitty loom, and they just do the exact same thing. No one is actually an independent thinker. And this is why you're not succeeding, because knowledge is so accessible now with the YouTube and the internet. If everyone has the same knowledge and uses the same knowledge or the same tips and tricks and advantages, it's no longer an advantage because it's a level playing field. Let me give you an example. When 100 mil offers or 100 mil leads first drop, more 100 mil offers, but when 100 mil offers first dropped from Alex Hormozi, yeah, the sourcing, that was incredible, the takeaways, and don't get me wrong, it's still incredibly valuable. But then what happened is that every agency started doing the exact same offer because they'd all learned the exact same thing. All the entrepreneurs who make content all read that book as well, so then they started making videos on how to make an offer. So then you had thousands of people all saying this is how you make an offer, and then you had hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people then watching that video and then going, oh, that's how I need to make my offer. So then you've got millions of people all making offers the exact same way. So then that means your offer isn't valuable anymore because everyone's doing the same thing. So this is why you being able to have autonomous thoughts and take things as inspiration only and still add your touch onto it is what is going to make you succeed. Because we are in an era of copycats. We are in an era of bots where everyone is wanting a quick win without having to use their own brain. And in my opinion, I think the number one reason why this doesn't lead to success is because it's God or it's life or the universe punishing you for not utilizing the amazing brain that every single one of you has. You don't need to copy these guys, right? Every single one of you is a special individual who is special in people's eyes, who is a great person, who is loved, who is loving, and utilize that. Like, the only difference between the guy who you're watching on YouTube, who you think's this big guru, and you, is he just started and he's a little further along. That's just it. It's just like almost like a different timeline. Like, your reality is your reality, so make it your reality. Don't use someone else's to try and formulate yours. It's not going to work. In my opinion, God is going to punish you for that because you're not using the amazing tool that he's given you. And again, this is not me talking down education. Go out there, go learn the strategies, go learn how things should be done. You know, if you've not got experience, go get the experience. You can learn through people 100%. But just being a straight copycat, especially in today's age when there's thousands, if not millions of other people being that copycat in that same way, it's a surefire way to lose, guys. So the number one takeaway from this video is you are smart, you are special, and just because you do not have the success right now, this very second, doesn't mean that you have to 100% copy someone who is successful. You could be the person that does something completely different in the entrepreneurial scene, or you could be someone who does a funnel a different way that most people say doesn't work and make it work. Why couldn't you be that guy? You know, everyone says that a certain system or a certain way or a certain thing or a strategy doesn't work until it does work. So why not just be the person that makes it work? Don't be stupid, be smart, and be an independent thinker, and you will succeed. Promise.